See that the sand clicking is very effective. The sword mode.
Yes. Oh, you're using mouse, right? Oh, yeah, that was super effective. I was using controller and it didn't allow me to use the motion controls for some reason, so it was very hard to aim with joystick. Anyway, my stream should be live now. I hope everything is working properly.
I need to go poop soon. Okay.
Alright, well, hi everyone. Welcome to the stream. I am having some friends in the background. They are called CV and Xiaoyi. Let's see. What's it going to do? I can't remember now what I was going to do. Oh yes, dailies. Yeah, no, as in, there's some stuff I wanted to do before Varka Story Quest, like the Selenic Chronicles and the rest of my dailies.
Okay.
Yeah. That's specifically the reason why I wanted Varka Story Quest today, is because my Selenic Chronicles refreshed today. So I could just clear multiple things at once. Where is Columbina?
Huh? Isn't that Mallows? Has she been out gathering inspiration again?
Yes. But the little one has been like this ever since she came back. As if lost in thought.
Huh. Maybe the theme this time is super profound. You know, like when a great artist realizes some fundamental truth about the world. Come to think of it, Mallows has given us a whole bunch of paintings. We could hold an entire exhibition at this rate. Paimon can't wait to tell everyone all about our little painter's rise to artistic stardom. But we'd need Columbina's permission first, of course.
Hmm? Why is that?
Cost in nearly all paintings of you.
Oh. It's okay. I don't mind. It sounds intriguing.
Oh, seems like Mallows has decided what to draw. Quick, let's see what kind of paint we've got. This time, let's go for deep and tranquil colors.
If the who can key some objects with vivid colors, deep tranquil colors. Take the laka berries, I have too many of those.
Alright, you should do. What do you think, Mallows? Yep, looks like a happy Kohenki to Paimon. Wonder what kind of painting we'll get this time.
Yay.
Wow, that seems quite long as well.
Not really, I finished it in about half an hour.
Oh,
I'm
is it
suck
done
at
already?
combat. Just focus on triggering the reactions.
Mallows
And
seems a
using super
little
cheap.
sad. Is it because of the painting?
What do you think about getting the weapon skin this time instead of the usual free event weapon or free character?
Okay, so it's
You mean
Columbina
as the fact that the current event weapon skin can be just used on any catalyst?
gazing up at the night sky.
The fact that we are getting a weapon skin instead
I
of
must be looking at
event
the true
weapon
moon
or
beyond the false sky.
you don't like it?
I used to take midnight walks like that all the time.
I'm okay with it because none of the current banner characters uses of catalyst. And it's nice to have more options for weapon skins.
Yeah, I think it's the first time we're getting a weapon skin, I believe. Other than the dire ones which are temporary.
Yeah, or Varka's weapon skin, which requires you to have a Varka. Columbina is pretty much confined to this garden now, even though Notcry is where she was born.
Yes. I would gaze
mean,
at
I
the
don't know,
sky and wonder.
When you get the
What
weapons,
really lies up there on the true frost
the
moon?
players come in and
Perhaps
new
it's just like
events,
here.
Yeah, less
Filled with
weapons
lots of
for
little
them.
animals.
like the festering desire
Or
thing like that.
perhaps there's nothing there at
Weapon
all.
skin is just aesthetic.
Oh,
There's not as much fear of FOMO.
Yeah, I do like having more event weapons, to be honest. Like, a lot of them are quite, useful to. As in, like, a lot of them are eventually useful for someone.
Mm-hmm. Or they're a nice substitute if you don't have their SIGs.
Yeah. Because I don't put for weapons in general. So. All the weapons events are
An interesting thought,
Oh,
events
but
quite nice for me.
so that's what they're doing lah.
beyond the false
So they're trying to
side,
make
that's one
the
adventure
free-to-play
I would
school for
rather
the
not risk taking them on.
because there's no more weapons already. Everyone use Favonius lah.
One is a home where she isn't even free to
And
move
then
around. The other's a
the
home she knows nothing
start
about.
of game, Harbinger of Dawn just casually coming in and being one of Goodbye's best in slot.
Or all the
Yeah.
or all the sack weapons still being relevant.
HSR could never.
HSR has to continuously introduce new halves every patch, every version
I
number.
will miss them too. But in the end,
Go toilet.
this is
Okay,
a
have fun
game that only
pooping.
I can make. And the answer at the end of it is mine alone to seek. And who knows? Whatever that answer turns out to be, perhaps it will be something beautiful.
Oh, well, we'll just have to come visit you then. With Molos.
All right. We could hold that art exhibition on the moon, perhaps.
Yeah?
How many more Selenic Chronicles do I have before I'm done? Have you gotten the Selenic Chronicles? Finish, CB?
No, I haven't yet.
Yeah.
You're not even know what that is.
Basically it's like anecdotes with Columbina that refreshes weekly. Yeah, and if you finish week 1, you get the Not Cry Wings, I think? Yeah. Week 2, you get a title card and... No, sorry, if you finish week 3, you get the Not Cry Wings.
Oh, week 3 ah.
Yeah, if you finish off all 3 weeks, you get the Not Cry Wings.
Noctua wings are very nice.
I know, I still have so many left. Next week will be my final week 2. Okay. Where are my other deals? Let me think. Yeah, so the way I stream is I usually do all my dailies first, then I'll do whatever content I plan to do. And I'll also speak out Traveler's voice line because I hate the fact that they're mute. Also, don't mind whatever current team I have. It's a stupid team that I use to level up characters.
Nah, they're all very strong.
Zipai is just there for EXP. You know Pokemon EXP share? Yeah, Zipai is just there for the EXP share.
Yep.
Because she's my most recent character.
Feeling like,
What?
keep feeling like sneaking.
Oh, it's okay, because you can sneeze.
Risk is growing, but it be
Just
sanctified.
mute yourself on Discord first, I guess.
Lower TV voice.
Hmm?
The audio is too loud.
Okay. Who is this Valen? I don't know who this Valen is.
Oh, I know. User volume, right? Click user volume. Okay.
You right click my name and then you look at the user volume.
Yeah, I'm done. I did it.
This is my actual combat boss team. Oh, I need food.
Wait, what are you doing now?
I'm doing my dailies.
Settle down.
Cleanup sequence initiated. Off to the freezer.
Bow your head. The tides beckon.
Adaptive frosting.
Silence.
Defensive mode engaged. A little remove boost.
Ah shit, I didn't kill it fast enough. I do. Usually I'm able to kill this guy before he activates his Geo construct thing.
Settle down.
Today just, I guess, not enough crit.
Doesn't crit, bro.
Hmm?
It doesn't crit, right, does it?
As in my crit rate, my crits didn't trigger on it.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Oh well.
Time to change your character.
Huh?
Time to change your character.
Oh, this is my friendship team. Ah, crap. I stayed around too long. So I have a combat team and I have a friendship team, and I use the friendship team to claim all the rewards.
Oh man.
Yeah,
That is so hardworking.
I'm trying to min-max in the stupidest way possible. So yeah, these three are characters whose friendship are not maxed out yet, and everyone else is maxed out if you can see their friendship. So yeah, I just really bought a nothing better to do, and since I'm already in this kind of flow, it's just what I do.
Whoa. That's a lot.
That is the stupid horse.
Sanctified.
Installation chamber. A little remove.
I'll send it back in the chat again later.
Bow your head.
Pretty sure I also linked it to Discord.
Let the mighty be.
I can't remember, it's been very long since I did a lot of the setup. Like, how long has Genshin been going on? Yeah, that was when I initially did the setup. Genshin is the second game I started streaming. Lower T pie.
Follow.
Ah, that's awesome. And today is Friday.
Doing your stream in the background.
Thank you. Okay, where's the combat daily?
Are you? Which software are you using for your? Is it Viedo?
Looks like we're in.
Huh? What? For what? I am using. Hang on.
Switching gears.
I cannot remember off the top of my head. Yes, video, YouTube, Mini.
Yeah. The mini version, right?
Yeah.
Paid version. Yeah. I was exploring that as well for my videos.
Yeah, it's good enough for me. I actually have a 3D model, like a full-ass VTuber, but I cannot use it for the simple reason of my computer is 10 years old and it struggles to stream and render the 3D model at the same time. Yeah, 5 years ago when the computer was still 5 years old, it could handle streaming and rendering the 3D model, but now it's
Thank you for
old,
comp-
and I'm sad.
add
The result of a
Asta as a
PNG keyboard instead.
I'm actually. I ended up not using the Viedo tube for my video
Oh,
because it was a bit tricky to sync it with the videos. Because when I do the voiceover, like I have to keep I keep changing the voiceover, adding stuff in between here and there. So
okay. Sorry you couldn't see Varka's quest.
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. I just keep feeling like I'm gonna sneeze. I think I might be sick. Oh my God.
Okay, bye. Have a good rest.
okay, bye bye. Good weekend. Bye bye.
Who is this person in the background?
Oh, that's weird. Looks like Wamin Restaurant hasn't fired up their kitchen yet. Why does it smell so much like boiled fish around here?
Hungry again, Paimon? Let's go order one right now,
Yeah,
shall we?
I'm going to the
Paimon's
music
fine.
by the Meadows tomorrow.
Seriously.
Oh, okay.
Apparently it's once
This
every year.
smells pretty weird.
Oh, alright. Hope you have fun there.
Can't quite see what's
Yeah,
up about
apparently
it.
it's once every year. I thought it'd be like once every quarter or like once every month or something, but it's Wifey says it's once every year.
Well, have fun. I don't wonder what kind of music they'll play there.
It's Singapore Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah, so I wonder.
Free.
Yeah, so I wonder what music they'll play.
Yeah, I wonder as well. True. I think they have a set list, but I don't even understand what. I didn't bother to check out
Lol.
what the pieces are.
Lol. That person looks familiar. I think I know where that smell is coming from.
Wow! Color me surprised. Perfume that smells like boiled fish? Xiangling, come give it a sniff. That's totally the scent, right?
Wow, it really is. Even the chili aroma is spot on. How did you even do that?
Some unconventional spice combinations, specialized
I'm doing
techniques for
the
refining them, and most
discrepancy
importantly,
spotting.
the assistance
I see
of
the
a
hydrate.
professional chef.
I'll find out hydrate.
Sorry?
Well, tons of people come to eat our boiled fish.
No,
every
CV
day,
redeem hydrate on my
so I'd
stream.
recognize that smell anywhere.
Oh,
No way I'd mistake it for anything. Even if for perfume bottles, the last place I'd expect to smell
Okay,
it.
hydrated. You're happy. So it is you, Emily.
Traveler? Perfect timing. Come, smell my wrist. Emily here just made us a perfume that smells like boiled fish. Isn't that just so cool?
look at this, Barbara. my day is 10 times better now.
Yeesh. This is...
Paimon's getting kind of hungry just from sniffing this.
See? Always trust Director Who. This perfume really sparks your appetite, doesn't it? I've got an idea, Xiangling. Spray perfume of this type on your menus. One variety for each dish. That way, even if customers haven't tried a dish before, they could just smell the menu and know roughly what it'll taste like.
You're right. This way we can stop guests from wasting food and Mora ordering something they'd end up not wanting to eat.
Exactly. We could even make a whole Leeway flavor atlas. A big chunky book you can flip through to sample the aroma of every single dish. How's that for an idea?
That sounds like stuffing a whole bunch of dishes into the same cabinet. The flavors would definitely get all mixed up.
Is this how perfume is supposed to be used?
Paimon thinks it sounds really fun, you know? Just open it up and you can smell all that yummy food. But wait,
Hey, perfume
won't
always
that just
has
make us even hungrier?
Food fragrance
certain
design is a
connotation of
fascinating
the
field worth
girl in
exploring. Besides,
the
creations made on the
Yinger.
farm are meant for our pleasure.
yeah,
We need
yeah.
an answer to anyone
She's
on
hanging
Earth.
out in the background,
Use them anywhere you like.
staring at
Whenever
Emily.
inspiration strikes.
barging in on her
Besides,
territory.
it seems like this perfume is already taking effect.
That wasn't Paimon's tummy growling. It was hers.
Xiangling, let me borrow your perfume. I'll spray it on Paimon's head when she's asleep.
Yep, you. If you're gonna spray something on Paimon's head, at least make it something nice like almond tofu. Paimon won't be able to sleep if it's too spicy. Huh? Why does Paimon smell boiled fish again? Oh, seems pretty hot too. Unlike the perfume from earlier. Paimon, Traveler, Miss Emily, food's ready.
That was sudden.
My goodness, never mind all that. All this brain work has left my tummy growling too. Oh, right! Xiangling, could you make me another serving of almond tofu? Zhongli's queuing for some pastries on my behalf, so I'd like to bring some food back for him too. Also, lend me the perfume. Let's see what our dear consultant thinks when he tastes some almond tofu, spritzed with boiled fish scented perfume.
Wow, I was so mean to Zhongli. But that's fair. Zhongli keeps putting her in debt.
The almond tofu is ready, but Hu Tao, are you sure you're gonna...
Dear oh dear, this almond tofu is a...
Wait, what
Brand
quest are you
new.
doing now?
This is the traveler sales.
Okay,
This
that's
scent-
all.
Yeah, the random anecdote stuff.
It's quite
Right,
unique.
right. I was thinking like, is this really Varka's quest is in Lee with all these characters?
No. I do all my. So I think you missed it earlier, but the way I stream is I will do all my dailies at first, and then I'll do whatever content I plan on doing.
I see.
Yeah.
I
So
actually haven't been doing the traveler skills.
sure, they give you primos.
Yeah, but I mean they'll always be there, so I can like get them anytime. That's like my excuse for procrastinating.
Yeah, but there's a lot of them, like ridiculous amount. I just do it whenever they pop up, so that I can clear them faster. Alright, where Gami? Hi
I
Gami.
definitely should.
Yes, you should. Gami, isn't this a rather remote spot for a break? You didn't get robbed, did you?
Oh, it's you.
Poor Gami got possessed during that thing, right?
It really is as they say. Watch who you mention in Idle Talk. Never know who might show up. I was just thinking that if you were here, at least there'd be someone here to eat with me. Thanks for the concern, but me? Get robbed on a delivery? I just finished one safe and sound. Come on, we've known each other forever. Don't tell me you're doubting my skills now.
So you're...
Relax. Smell that aroma?
Wow, it smells amazing. Are you whipping up something delicious?
You know it. You're in for a treat. It'll be ready in just a minute. The boss from my last delivery runs a farm up in the mountains. There was a happy accident today. He miscounted the supplies. So, he sent me home with the extras. That fowl is really dope. I mean, it's super fresh and the meat is top shelf. There's even spring water from the mountains on our way back. Right place, right time, and I had a feeling that the right people might show up for the trifecta. That's why I decided to make something that I recall as golden tempered jade.
Wait, is it really golden tempered jade?
You've tried this dish before?
Haha, not at all. The name's impressive though.
It's not just the name. The taste is out of this world. Actually, I learned this dish from Leon, a helper from back home. He and my mother were from the same town, and he said my mother used to love this dish. That said, I didn't follow his recipe exactly. Tweaked it to suit my own taste, you see? Brought the water to a boil, added a pinch of salt, then let the fresh fowl soak in it for a bit. Not for too long, though. Then I mentally recited full moon egg, crystal shrimp, and honey chasyu, fine tea, full moon, and a bountiful year too. Scooped it right out once done. I had to repeat that step 3 times before placing the fowl into mountain spring water infused with mist flowers.
There's this part where I'm
Hot
like
and
supposed
cold.
to chase Amber.
Ooh, reminds you of
Oh,
a
yeah?
blacksmith tempering metal, huh?
You
After
mean...
she takes the lyre.
Mm-hmm.
And it's strange because I'm actually in front of her, but I'm supposed to chase her.
Oh. The game is supposed to manually make Amber go faster at that point. That's a bit funny.
Yeah.
This is quite complicated.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a hassle too, so Sometimes I get lazy and skip a few steps. But this is a special occasion. Such dope fowl can't go to waste. You'll see in a moment. Anyway, we're currently at the final trickiest step. That's when we drop the heat as low as we can go and let the fowl poach slowly. All that's left after that is to have some patience.
How long until it's ready?
Now that we've said all this, the timing should be just right. Not too early, not too late. Now, don't blink. Golden tempered jade, ready to plate. See, when the surface shines like glazed glass, it means you got the heat just right. It looks amazing, and it tastes even better. Come on, try some. See if you like it. If you do, I'll make it for you again next time.
Just give me the dang recipe.
I don't really bother when I'm cooking for myself, but don't worry. I always follow the steps to the letter when I'm cooking for friends.
Oh, cool. Oh, I just got the dish. Oh yeah, I got the recipe as well.
Oh, you get a dish, you get a recipe, nice.
Yep.
With the sun.
A lot of these get a bunch of random rewards sometimes.
Full moon egg, crystal shrimp, and honey chasyu. Fine tea, full moon, and a bountiful year too.
Yeah, I love Kami, you know, like what he represents in at the 4-star.
Yeah,
the
Chinese New
4-star
Year.
can get. Yeah. No, and like, even in like the game, like in the meta, for a 4-star to be able to have such impressive PTS, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Wait, okay, the other Traveler's Tale is in Fontaine. Where in Fontaine? Oh, Rice. In his office? Oh yeah, auto trigger. Ah, which medicine stay?
Huh? Are Paimon's eyes deceiving her? The person sitting behind the desk is...
Oh, by the way, Yisheng,
Yep.
if you don't do the Traveler's Tales, there is one very funny one where Ito and Kuki went to Fontaine, and Ito ends up getting arrested.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really funny. You should go and try and get it.
Okay.
Like, the Duke has... Oh no, the Duke has turned into a Melusine.
Nuh-uh, that's not right. This is clearly...
Oops, my mistake. The Duke turned into a Bishop.
What on earth are you talking about? Sorry, Passive. She's not quite herself right now.
Eh, I was just pulling your leg. Hey there, Passive.
Morning, noon, night, Passive! Hello to you too, Passive. Still, what are you doing here in the Fortress of Neuropeed?
Part of the puzzle.
Oh,
Fun.
yeah. It's so...
It's a good puzzle.
All the GAA puzzles they recycle of pretty... It's a pretty nice callback.
Well, I have no idea that this is GA because I started before GA.
I mean, the exact puzzle itself...
I started after GA.
Yeah,
sorry.
this exact puzzle wasn't in the GAA, but the set piece that they are in is recycled from GAA, as well as the constellations on the ceiling.
I see.
Yeah, GAA was super fun. Okay, did you do something bad? Did you get a job here?
What bad things could Passive do? Cause a mass Tidalga extinction in Fontaine? Big bright light! Melusine! Passive. Hungry. Paimon doesn't know what that big bright light is, but we can deal with the hunger problem at least. Traveler, you must have something yummy in your bag. Why don't we... Huh?
Ryo, right here. I see we have some unexpected guests. Welcome. Just give me a moment to put my things down. How times change, huh? Me of all people diving into the water to hunt for food.
Paimon sure didn't expect you to do that personally, Your Grace.
I don't actually mind. Nothing wrong with the occasional swim. It's good exercise, and if I'm lucky, I even get a free otter show out of it.
Right! Almost forgot how idle you can be sometimes.
So, how did Passive end up here?
Ah, so that's her name. Passive. I like it. It sounds leisurely. Just hearing it said out loud makes me feel relaxed. Oh, but to answer your question, basically, Miss Passive lingered a little too long under the searchlight and got herself captured by some overzealous guards. I suspect she was too busy admiring the nearby Tidalga to notice the trap closing in around her. You should be more careful in the future, Passive. Don't forget, some fish out there use lights on their heads as bait to snare their prey. If you're hunting Tidalga, there's a good chance an anglerfish is hunting you.
Passive?
Can't understand what I'm saying, huh? Well, not to worry. Someone that can translate will be here shortly.
Who?
I mean, it has to be Seashore.
I believe you're already acquainted. He sometimes goes by New
Oh.
Valet.
I know him. I know him very well.
Well, what do you know? I have a knack for this. I understood who she was talking about right away. Not that it was hard to guess. Makes sense that a Melusine would know Neuvillette. Still, I've never met a Melusine who eats Tidalga, speaks in riddles, and even uses Melusine to express negation.
Well, about that.
It's a long story. Once upon a time in Economia.
Where?
Sorry to keep everyone waiting. I trust I am not late?
Ah, Neuvillette. Of course not. Whenever you deem fit to grace us with your presence is always the perfect time. Miss Passive is waiting for you.
Take your time, finish your food. We will talk afterwards.
Oh, this looks just like a parent finding their lost child in the park.
Well, that's about right, actually. He's only here because I broadcasted a missing person notice throughout all of Fontaine.
I see. What a touching reunion.
It seems we are in fine spirits today. These jokes are certainly imaginative.
Seeing Passive safe and well seems to have put you in good spirits too. She must be very important to you.
Since there are no outsiders here, I'll get right to the point. Despite appearances, she is quite different from other Melusines.
You listen to Needless explanation about what makes Passive special, though you knew.
That explains it. So that's why Passive expresses herself in such a unique way. You see, this is why it's always worth striving to stay alive as long as possible.
To gain more knowledge?
To hear stories from those who have lived longer than you about things you never knew.
Passive!
It seems Miss Passive agrees as well.
Indeed. Thank you very much for taking care of her.
My pleasure. And thanks to you all, I now have ample reason to give my friends at the Fontaine Research Institute a little task. I'm hoping they can add some ID verification functionality to our big bright lights. I mean, of all the ways to invite our friends at the fortress to come and visit, this doesn't seem like the most sustainable long-term strategy.
You're right. Even we get picked up from time to time while passing by.
Can't wait to see what the inventors come up with.
Don't get your hopes up. I'm just hoping I get to see it before I die.
Until the process is complete, I shall inform the Melusines to avoid any such big bright lights when passing through. I shall do the same.
Sounds good. I'm sure you'll manage.
Apologies for the inconvenience. In any case, I cannot stay long, so I shall take my leave together with Passive. If there are other matters to discuss, let us meet above the surface.
Understood.
Passive, come! Goodbye, Ryo!
Bio from Rio. See you next time. Oh dear. I forgot to have Neuvillette explain the anglerfish metaphor to Passive, and I didn't get to ask about Enkanomiya either. Well, never mind, there's no rush. I'll write him a letter when I send the documents over.
Are you doing any plamo this weekend?
Flamo? I'm
Yeah.
as in building plastic models. I'm doing one right now.
Wait, while you're playing?
I mean, when I'm listening to the story dialogue, I don't really have anything else to do. So yeah.
That's crazy, man.
I can take a picture and show it to you. Hang on. Yep, all these done. Okay, where is this? I'll take that as well. Get quests, load quests, navigate. Damn it! That was a dialogue. I unselected. Dang it. I hate that it sometimes triggers automatic dialogues. Review letter. Where the hell is the letter? Okay. To me. Hey, long time no see, my friend. What's that? You say we just met recently? For a heart that always misses its friends, every second feels like an eternity. After such a grand adventure in Not Cry, you must have gathered quite a few stories along the way, yes? Are you perhaps looking for an old friend to talk to? You happen to meet a bard, one who can turn your tales to verse? If so, come and catch up with me at Star Snatch Cliff. The wine is poured and the strings are already tuned.
Oh, it's from the Tone Deaf Bard. Apparently, he wants to hear all about our adventures in Not Cry. Maybe we can get some tasty treats out of him in return. Come on, let's go to Star Snatch Cliff.
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right.
Okay, where's Star Snatch Cliff? It's the most piece of shit to navigate. Yeah, so Xiaoyi, I just sent a picture of what the plamo I'm building is on into the Discord PC chat.
I'm confused which Discord you're sending it in.
This VC chat.
Oh, in the VC chat, right. It's so confusing. Okay.
Rev the engines.
I see it now.
You probably.
I'm trying to figure out what this is.
It's a dragon.
Dragon.
So the page on the left shows its lip.
I see. Nice.
Welcome back, old friend. And how should I be addressing you these days? The honorary knight of Mondstadt? The Tumaini of Natlan? Or the great hero of Notcry?
Just call me by my name.
Well, you sure have your finger on the pulse. We've barely caught our breath since Not Cry, but it sounds like you've already heard about what went down.
News travels fast on the wind. But before I can turn your tales into tunes, I need to hear them from the horse's mouth.
There are no horses in Devat.
My wine and my lyre are at the ready. So please, traveler, take a seat and tell me your tale.
You tell Venti everything that happened in Not Cry.
Amazing! Incredible! The Rahier of Solnari and the Doctor? Truly a tale for the ages! So, I'm guessing the Wild Hunt is a thing of the past now that you've defeated the Rahier of Solnari?
Seems that way. We were kind of focused on dealing with the Doctor, though.
there are still some vestiges of the Wild Hunt around, but not enough to pose a major threat.
Well, that's good to hear. Hey, now that the Northern Abyss calamity is finally resolved, Varka must be getting ready for the triumphant return of his expedition, right? I haven't seen him in the longest time. He must have so many stories to share.
I was gonna ask, you two have really met before?
Hooray! Paimon was wondering about that too. He did call you Barbados. But weren't you still fast asleep back when he was in Mondstadt?
Let's call it half asleep. I was resting my eyes in the Thousand Winds Temple one day when I heard a commotion outside. It was a young knight who had journeyed there in search of trials and oracles after hearing some tall tales at the local tavern. In fact, all that awaited him were moss-covered walls and an angry ruin guard. But he seemed completely unfazed, laughing heartily as he sent the ruin guard's missiles flying off into the horizons.
Huh! They must have been making quite a racket if it was enough to wake up the tone-deaf bard.
Yeah, it sounded kinda like...
Hey! Is that all you've got? Oh, bring it on!
like that.
Is that Lohan?
Giving up already? You're not half as tough as Varka said.
A young knight of Favonius trekking out to
like
the
it.
Thousand Winds Temple in search of adventure.
Oh, he looks good.
Now there's a sight I haven't seen in a
Oh, his
while.
model looks really good actually. Shit.
The bar
Yeah.
in green clothes. Does this mean
Like his face model, so it looks
you're
quite
Venti?
different as
I
well.
was just
It's
wondering
very
how I was
interesting
gonna track
eyes.
you down.
Yeah,
So you were looking for the tone-deaf bard?
I feel that's quite unique
Strange
compared to the
place
rest
to
of
start
the
your
cast,
search.
actually.
Mhm.
Like the face shape also is a bit like it's a bit updated.
I can see why there's a lot of jokes about him being a Dottore segment. I would have tried the angel shell or would have gone to the Castile.
Hold on. Blonde hair, white hair. You must be the honorary knight. And Paimon! The Grand Master talks about you all the time. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lowen,
Yep,
Vice
Lowen.
Captain of the 5th Company of the Knights of Favonius and a member of the Expeditionary Force. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Oh, so you're part of the
How
expedition,
many
huh?
captains of Knights of the Favonius have we
Right.
met already
So
at this
that's
point?
why Paimon's never seen you around in
That is a
Mondstadt.
very good question.
Wait a second. We never saw you in
Reckon-
Nodcry either.
How do you
That's
pronounce it?
probably because when the Wild
the
Hunt was
Reconnaissance.
still running
captain is
rampant,
Eula,
I spent most
the
of my time out on my
cavalry
own.
captain is,
Hiya.
Mincemeat out of monsters. I barely went back to
what
base
other
at all.
captains are there?
Then,
I'm pretty sure Albedo's
once
the
the
captain
Wild
as
Hunt
well.
calmed down, I got sent
Eh,
back to
easier to just move
Mondstadt.
on.
Mixed blessing, if you ask me. Sounds like I
Yeah.
missed out on some serious action.
No wonder we never saw you while we were dealing with the doctor. So, why did Varka send you back?
Yeah, Albedo's probably a captain.
Yeah, don't tell me he sent you to.
Deliver some letters.
Okay, so according to the wiki, Jean is not a captain. She's the acting grandmaster.
Yeah, of course she's not captain.
Someone called Note is the second company captain. Scaron is third company captain. Both of them NPC design. Eula, fourth company reconnaissance. Herta is sixth company. Kaya is ninth company cavalry. Albedo is investigation team and chief alchemist. But
I thought Albedo's not a captain.
he's a captain of the investigation team, but it's not a company.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a
Okay,
numbered
okay,
company. Then there's Frederica Grunhilde, who's a captain, but unknown which company yet. Lohan is vice captain of the fifth company. Okay, so we don't know who the actual captain of the fifth company is yet. That's interesting. Okay. I was gonna say deliver a letter.
There's one for the Knights of Favonius, one for the church, another for the Dawn Winery, at least 10 of them in total.
10 for the Dawn Winery.
How many many people has he sent to deliver his mail now? Mika, Inefa, Lolan. He should just hire a full-time mailman already. In fact, he's earned himself a new nickname. Let's go with Sir Writes a Lot.
Another day, another nickname, huh? Tone deaf bard.
I'll have you know that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts. So, tone deaf or not, I wear the title of bard with pride. And I consider Sir Writes a Lot to be quite a compliment.
Wait, really? Darn it! Maybe Paimon should come up with some harder-hitting nicknames for these two.
Anyway, since this young man has come all the way to the Thousand Winds Temple looking for me, I assume he must have a letter for me too. Am I right?
You sure are, to use the Grand Master's own words.
This one is for the bard in green clothes. These days, I think he goes by Venti. Doesn't really have an address as such. You could start by asking around in Mondstadt, or maybe try your luck at the Thousand Winds Temple.
I figured that since there was this punching bag here, Ruin Guard, I could get some practice in while I was at it. So, I came right here the second I got back to Mondstadt.
That Varka is so slapdash sometimes. It's a good thing we happen to be nearby.
So, what does the letter say?
Oh, he also said to remind you to write back.
Nothing in particular. Just some idle chatter between two drinking buddies. But if I'm supposed to write back this time, I'll need some time to mull over my response. Varka gave you a whole bunch of letters to deliver, right? Maybe you can head into Mondstadt and deliver the rest of them first?
My thoughts exactly. Assuming I can find the way. Hopefully the roads haven't changed too much since the pre-expedition days.
Well, why don't we have Mondstadt's honorary knight escort this homeward-bound wanderer to the city? I'm sure some of the recipients of Varka's letters will turn out to be old friends of yours, too.
I have no objections.
Let's go! It's been a while since Paimon's done any guide work.
Thank you so much, honorary knight. And you, Miss Guide.
The Abyss. The Wild Hunt. Andreas. Get home safe, Varka.
Why do my ears feel so hot all of a sudden? Is someone talking about me? Surely there's no way anyone found the secret stash of cash in my office. That would be terrible.
Grandmaster, bad time to get distracted. Watch out! Enemies approaching!
Huh? Oh, it's just a few stragglers. They're no real threat to us. This expedition is almost over. We just need to deal with these final few targets, and then we will make our triumphant return!
On elemental fusion. Alright, bye. Same to you.
On me!
Without the Reikir of Solnari to direct them, it seems like all that's left is their primal urge to destroy.
If this is all that the Wild Hunt can muster now, surely the Lightkeepers of Nodcry will be able to deal with what's left.
Just like I thought. What we should be wary of now is...
Grandmaster, based on Lightkeeper intel and our own reconnaissance, one of the suspected targets should be just up ahead.
Good. You know the drill. Stay here and stand guard. Leave the rest to me.
Yes, Grandmaster!
We meet again, Andreas.
What? Was I with a pillar of emblem?
You've returned from Mondstadt. Don't you want to see what it looks like now? I was planning to take a look around there myself.
God,
Perhaps
this
I could
dialogue.
be my guide.
What's this? An echo from 1,000 years ago?
Gee, no dialogue.
Everything seems normal so far. Here's hoping I'm just overthinking things. There are 2 other places to check. Maybe this will all go smoothly after all. It's your turn, my friend. Come, Andreas!
Although, for returning to your old home, perhaps Andreas is a little too ostentatious.
Boreas.
Huh?
Injustice. Corruption.
Oh shit, Shadow Boreas? Dark Boreas?
Is the surface world still as wretched and foul as ever? Answer me. Heir to the
Oh wow,
knighthood of
Dark Boreas. That's unexpected.
Looks like I'm not getting out of this without a fight.
Those who embark on the expedition. Oh, no fight. Back to Mondstadt.
That's where things stand with the expedition. The victors will be returning home soon, so make sure to stock up on wine for the celebrations.
Also, Varka's story quest 6 days
P.S.
before
I
the
hope everyone's keeping up with their daily training. I'll be testing you all when I get back to make sure no one's regressed. P.P.S. I wrote individual letters for each and every one of you. Don't forget to write back.
That's all.
Everyone gets one? Wow! Sir writes a lot is really living up to his name.
I guess the Grand Master must have something specific to say to each of us. Even I got a letter, and I'm not a real knight yet.
Jean? Oh, yes. That's our Grandmaster for you.
By the way, anyone know where I can find the cavalry captain? I have a letter for him as well.
You mean Kaya? He said he was meeting a friend from the church at the Angel Share. Allegedly for work. Said he was exchanging intel. But I'd say there's a 50-50 chance he's just there for a drink.
Joe share intelligence from the Church of Favonius?
Paimon bets there'll be lots of familiar faces there. How about we deliver Kaya's letter? And these are there too as well!
Really? Oh, that would be a great help, thank you.
Our thanks to you too, Lowen. The other knights will help distribute the remaining letters. You've had a long journey. Please go get some rest.
Great, but I won't be resting just yet. I have one last letter to deliver to Wolvendom. This one, I was planning on delivering personally. I heard that another challenger recently passed Boreas' trial. Well, with any luck, that wolf might be willing to reveal himself to me, too.
Very well, but please remember to show respect to the local wolves.
I will. Goodbye.
Clearly something is bothering Jean. I should talk to her before going to the angel share. Oh, she went back to her offerish.
He wants to test me to see if my skills have regressed? I still haven't forgotten how he went easy on me last time. I'm assuming you must have seen him going all out before. When the time comes, you'd better keep an eye on him for me.
So is everyone just hanging around the library now? Can I find everyone? I don't see anyone else down the road.
Ah, the Grand Master. The archives are filled with documents awaiting his review. I'm not letting him run off again until he's finished dealing with every last one. On another note, have you spoken to Jean? I hope she'll finally be able to relax a little once Varka returns.
Man, everyone's just pushing welcome to Varka once he comes back.
Okay, we'll deliver these letters to the Adventurers Guild and the Cat's Tail. You can just handle the ones for the Angel share.
The expedition is finally wrapping up. Oh, I hope the maps I made on our way there are good enough to get them safely home.
The Grand Master wrote in his letter that the Boom Blossom bombs we sent worked really well. He wants to know if we've made any more.
Uncle Varka's coming home? Yay! I can't wait to go outside and play with him!
Well, I see Cleese back in solitary.
Honorary Knight, you're still here?
I'll be setting off shortly, but it seems like there's something on your mind.
Is it that obvious?
Huh? But Varka's coming back. The situation in Nakrai is stable. Surely things are looking up.
True. From what you and Lowen have told me, the expedition has indeed accomplished its strategic objectives. It seems that Mondstadt no longer faces any threat from the perils of the North, be they the Wild Hunt or the Doctor. And yet, for some reason, I can't help but recall something the Grandmaster said to me before he left.
If I don't make it back from this expedition, you'll have to assume the mantle of Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. If it comes to that, remember to train the next Knight of Boreas in my stead. I've planted some promising seeds in Mondstadt, but they still need time to grow. Some have yet to master the art of social interaction. Some don't yet understand that they too need protecting. And some, well, some might not even want to be a knight yet. What's wrong? Well, there's no need to frown. I'm going on an expedition, not marching to my death. This is all just a contingency plan in the event that I'm unable to return. Until I return, I leave them in your care.
The lineage of the Knights of Boreas has nearly been extinguished twice in Mondstadt's history. The first wandering knight to claim the title arrived in Mondstadt 1,000 years ago, along with his wolf companion. He was as free as the wind. He left no succession plan behind. Even his name was lost to history. The title of Boreas could have disappeared from Mondstadt just as he did. But he had an informal disciple, a knight named Ravenwood, who admired the Knight of Boreas greatly. Ravenwood's valor and swordsmanship earned him the wolf spirit's recognition. When the old aristocracy tried to regain power, Ravenwood came once more to Mondstadt's defense. From then on, the title of Knight of Boreas was passed down from generation to generation within the Knights of Favonius.
Wolf spirit? You mean that big blue wolf in Wolfenden?
Correct. As you may already know, the Wolf of the North is the surviving spirit of an ancient god, and the Knight of Boreas serves as an intermediary between him and humanity. Lupus Boreas, who had never known what it meant to love, came to understand it through the journey with his human companion. In the end, he chose to allow his power to become one with the land. This was once a well-known tale in Mondstadt, but these days, few people are aware that the starting point of the Wolf King's journey was not Mondstadt, but Nodcry.
Could it be? He set off from the royal court of the city?
The great Wolf King of the North came here from Nodcry, although he doesn't like to speak of his past. In fact, he rarely shows himself to people at all nowadays. As such, this tale can only be found deep within the Knights of Favonius library. Even among the Knights of Favonius, few are aware of it. The Grand Master didn't disclose any concrete objectives before departing on his expedition. I couldn't help but wonder whether it might somehow be related to Nodcry's Wolf of the North. I kept my speculations to myself, however. Sharing them would only spread unwarranted suspicion toward the Four Winds among the people of Mondstadt. You experienced the turmoil caused by Duval and the East Wind's actions for yourself. Surely you can understand my concern?
No wonder Varka wasn't clear about his motives. Is that what he was worried about?
Very possibly. He was probably also reserving judgment. Having heard about your experiences in Nodcry, I now suspect that the Grand Master hadn't yet ascertained the true identity of our enemy at that time. And as it turns out, the Calamity born in the north wasn't an ancient god, but rather the Wild Hunt and the Doctor. I guess we were both jumping to conclusions.
Well, always better to be overprepared than caught off guard. Facing the worst case scenario with no backup plan would have been far worse.
Yes, I completely agree. The tide can turn rapidly in times of battle. It's a leader's responsibility to prepare for every possible contingency. Even if his contingency plan never needs to be put into action, I'm sure the Grand Master is relieved to know that it's in place.
Give me a second, I'm going to the toilet. Actually, more like a minute.
The Adeptus arts are most miraculous, but unless one first cultivates the mind before cultivating these arts, all their feats will be like the moon's reflection on water, shattering at the slightest touch.
Okay, I'm back.
Thank you for being such a patient listener. I feel much more settled after talking with you. If you have any spare time, would you mind stopping off to say hello to the other knights? I'm sure they have all missed our honorary knight just as much as I have.
Interesting how we're doing Varka's story quest, but it's not really present.
Okay, we'll deliver these.
The expedition is.
Oh, there I was able to Angel Share and find the hidden 2 empty seats from the event.
That turned into a pretty long conversation, huh? We should probably go deliver those letters to the Angel Share now.
I'm gonna change to this way. Man.
When you're mixing drinks in hot weather, start by pouring in cold water and add ice cubes. Then drain out the water before adding the other ingredients. How's that for a secret recipe? Maybe it's worth a little intel in return.
Please. I've known that little trick for a good 10 years at least. You'll have to offer something a little more substantial if you're serious about trading.
I know there's no one else in the tavern right now, but do you two really need to talk so loudly? Especially if you're supposed to be exchanging confidential information.
Hiya, Rosaria, D-Luke! Paimon knew we'd find you here.
Looks like it's about to get even noisier.
A little liveliness never killed anyone. Traveler, Paimon, what brings you our way?
I have a letter for each of you. You deliver Varka's letters to their recipients.
Please allow me to once again express my sincere condolences regarding your late father and the incident with Eric. We make absolutely no excuse for his crimes. I hope you will give some serious consideration to the question I asked you before I left, though I'm sure you're tired of hearing me ask by now. The Knights of Favonius will always welcome you.
From the look on your face, I'm guessing the Grand Master is still refusing to drop it?
He nags like an old man. It's hardly surprising.
Huh? Drop what? What's this about?
Nothing, really. Before leaving on the expedition, Varka came here to chat with me over a drink. I failed to avoid him. He, asked me if I'd consider rejoining the Knights of Favonius, and I declined. He expressed his regret about everything that happened, and asked me to reconsider. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, right. Sounds like you skipped a lot of details. There's clearly more to it.
Whatever details I chose to omit are in the past. Dragging them back up now serves no purpose.
You say that now, but back then, you couldn't let it go. You and the Knights of Favonius were constantly at odds.
I wasn't seeing the full picture. I've had a lot of time to reflect since then, but my answer remains unchanged. I'm not rejoining the Knights of Favonius. Both the Grandmaster and the acting Grandmaster are too upright and honorable. I can't see the shadows that lurk beneath them due to the size of the organization they lead. They need someone on the outside to keep watch vigilantly.
If I had a Mora for every time I've heard you repeat that argument. I actually don't disagree with the first part of what you said,
But don't you think someone can keep tabs on things from the inside?
When you join an organization, you're bound by its rules, no matter how free it may seem on the surface.
You think so? Never mind the Knights. Have you honestly ever been bound by the rules of the Church?
Good question. Have you considered that maybe that's why I chose to join the Church and not the Knights to begin with?
Are they arguing or not? It's kind of hard to tell.
They're not arguing. They just have different ways of protecting those around them.
Oh, kind of like the contingencies Jean was talking about. The more ways they have to protect their home, the better. Huh? Traveler?
I wonder if this is exactly what Varka was hoping for.
My reply won't be a long one, as usual. I'm sure Varka won't be surprised.
What should I report back to the Grand Master on? Let me think. Public order inside the city? Monster activity in the wild? Oh, and a review of the latest vintages. I think I'll leave it at that.
So if I go to the back... Yeah, there are some unique people here. Cool. Hey, isn't it you? You're here for the wine too? About Storm Terror. What a showing from the Knights of Favonius. Most of them are youngsters without much combat experience, but they do have an adventurous spirit. Not bad at all. If I had to criticize them, I would say that they do drag their feet a little, perhaps. It was always their intention to send me an adventure mission, then they really didn't have to take a whole day to decide that. I must be a little drunk. No, it doesn't matter. What does matter is I'm treating tonight. What? Wait, these are the people I've met before. Also, I don't think I've ever seen Cyrus here before.
If you hadn't had to deliver that guy's mail, you wouldn't have been subjected to all this tedious arguing. When I write back, I'll tell him to quit making trouble for other people.
It's no trouble. Lowen did most of the work. We just volunteered to do the last leg of the journey. Mostly so we could come say hello.
Besides, I wouldn't really call that an argument. You just have different ideas on how to protect Mondstadt.
So you see what's really going on here? All three of us fell for that old rascal's scheme far too readily.
Huh? Scheme? What do you mean? Was Varka lying in his letters then?
No. While I'm sure Varka knows full well that Diluc would never agree to rejoin the Knights, I believe the sentiments he expressed were genuine, as was his offer to welcome Diluc back. There are people like Kaya and I, and then there are those who are true champions of justice to the core. Those people are the most susceptible to being driven to extremes by great upheaval. It's happened in Mondstadt before. Not only that, but it happened to a knight of Boreas. That'll really hit home for Varka. And that's why his nagging is even more persistent than usual.
The champion of justice driven to extremes. You're saying that happened to a knight of Boreas?
Yeah. So no one's told you this before? The lineage of the Knights of Boreas had nearly been extinguished twice in history. The first was at its inception. The second was the case I was alluding to.
Oh! Wasn't Jean telling us about this? Wait, and then we got caught up talking about the expedition, and we never got around to the second time.
I happened to hear about it from Varka once when he was drinking and started yammering on. The second crisis in the Knights of Boreas lineage. It was 500 years ago. Although the Knights of Boreas are meant to be intermediaries between humans and wolves, in practice, very few of them have been truly recognized by Lupus Boreas over the past millennium. Of those who have, the best known are the first Knight of Boreas, Ravenwood, the wolf pup Rostam, and Varka himself. But 500 years ago, there was one who earned the respect of Boreas even before gaining the title. He was a disciple of Rostam. They thought he would become the mightiest knight of Boreas who ever lived. He was the perfect knight. Righteous, principled. His name was Roland, the blood-stained knight.
Oh, the artifact set.
Yikes! Bloodstained Knight? That sounds a little ominous.
Well, apparently his original title was the White Knight. But he lost countless comrades during the Abyssal Calamity 500 years ago, including his tutor and mentor, Rostam. The endless bloodshed stained his sword and armor a crimson as deep as black, transforming the White Knight into the Blood-Stained Knight. After that, he threw himself completely into battling monsters, leaving Mondstadt and the Knights of Favonius behind. To this day, no one knows his final whereabouts. It's hard to say whether the loss of an important figure in his life is what drove him to the point of obsession, or whether he was already too far gone to save. But had he known that the Knights of Favonius would always welcome him back, perhaps things would have turned out differently. So if you want my opinion, the reason why Varka keeps asking Diluc to rejoin, despite knowing that he'll never say yes, is to let him know you're not alone. After all these years, he's still as persistent as ever. Just like how he used to be with me.
Huh. Turns out Varka's a lot more thoughtful than he lets on. Paimon had the wrong idea about him. Anyway, there's still something about this whole Boreas business that Paimon isn't really getting. Wasn't Andreas a god in Mondstadt thousands of years in the past? If so, why did Jean say that Boreas and the Wandering Knight only arrived here just 1,000 years ago? Plus, Paimon's super curious about what happened to Roland.
Shall we go get answers straight from the horses or wolves' mouth? We can meet up with Rohan and both of them while we're at it.
That's a great idea! Jean said he hasn't been showing himself much lately, but he always seems happy to oblige whenever you show up. Let's go!
What should I report back to the Grand Master on? Let me think. Public order inside the city? Monster activity in the wild? Oh, and a review of the latest vintages. I think I'll leave it at that.
Ah, the zero. I hope I can lead to it.
What's going on here? Was Wolfendom always like this? Paimon has a bad feeling about this. The Wild Hunt? What are they doing here? Watch out!
Silence! The tides beckon.
Defensive mode engaged. Off to the breather!
Ooh, whose birthday is it?
Insulation chamber.
Bow your head.
Are you alright?
Stay alert, there's still something nearby.
Oh no! What now? There better not be more Wild Hunt monsters!
No one?
Stop right there. Answer me this. The 2 letters I gave you, who are they for?
2 letters? Wasn't it 3?
There were 3. Kaya, Diluc, and Rosaria.
Okay. Well, Paimon's coolest naive expression doesn't appear to be an act.
Hey! What are you trying to say? Wait, what are you trying to say, huh? Huh?
He's saying you passed the test.
Paimon passed a test? Really? Huh? She didn't even realize she was taking one!
You may dispense with your suspicions. The wolf pack has borne witness. They fought against the aberrations that encroached upon this land, and our attackers showed no ability to disguise themselves this time. Ah, a familiar scent. Come. I will await you at the usual grounds.
Well, if the boss of Wolvendom has vouched for you, I guess I should apologize for doubting you just now.
It always pays to be remain vigilant. Were you attacked by the Wild Hunt too?
Sure was. Fortunately, my experience in Nodcry didn't go to waste. Turns out the Wild Hunt all feel the same when you stab them. They didn't stand a chance. Something seems wrong with that old wolf, though. Go on. You should check on him.
We can go back and find one. Nope. I see there's no wolf berries around to collect ID. Majoris, right?
Lupus Boreas, not injured. Why so weak? Am I not strong enough?
You are not to blame. With your Iron Claw, you successfully blocked their attacks. However, their assault went beyond the mere physical world. They followed my trail from the distant north across the ley lines. They sought to corrupt the territory I protect. But I shall not let them succeed without a fight.
The trail starting in the north, so we came from Nodcry.
We meet again, human Lupical.
So, are you saying that the Wild Hunt we just got attacked by came all the way from Nodcry to Mondstadt? How is that even possible?
As you know, I stand before you as an incomplete being. I am but one remnant of the god Andreas' soul. The source of this turmoil. I can sense it. It lies in the north. It is the part of me that remains in Nodcry, from whence I came.
Huh? Now Paimon's even more confused. How can you be in 2 places at once?
Are all gods like this? Do you all like to split yourselves into multiple parts?
For many gods, housing a part of their soul within an object is no difficult feat. But those who can perform such delicate
Damn it,
partitions
Venti, why
as
you
this
here?
are rare, even among the gods. The Wolf King, Andreas, was particularly adept in this art. Otherwise, no remnants of his soul would have survived till the present day.
Huh? The bard's back?
Told if Bard? What are you doing here?
Maybe the god of Animo guided me here. For it appears that someone is in need of a tale from the distant past. And our wolf friend doesn't seem too keen on recounting it himself. Who better than a bard to do the honors? Lord Boreas, do I have your blessing to share this story?
As you wish.
Lupus Boreas wandered the frozen tundra and stumbled into the Seelie Hall. Enchanted by their song, tender as the dawn starlight, and curious about the ways of humankind, the wolf bade farewell to his home and set off for the city to the south. As the high tower crumbled and the fierce winds fell silent, Lupus Boreas, who once had hunted with the storm winds himself, looked within and inquired, was the shelter he provided for humanity really any different from that given by the reclusive king in his tower? The wolf entrusted those under his protection to a new god and quietly returned to the frozen north. There, in a palace long since abandoned by its former master, the great wolf closed his eyes and slept. 500 bitter winters passed, then 500 equally frigid springs. He slumbered undisturbed until a night stumbled in from the cold, just as Lupus Boreas had once done at the Seelie Hall, and awoke him at long last. The night asked the wolf to join him on a journey south, to see once more the land that had all but faded from his memory. The gentle wolf, unwilling to refuse the human's earnest plea, split his soul into two halves and left his home once more. Seeing how the ice and snow had given way to verdant plains, hearing the laughter and song that now filled the once somber city, the aging Lupus Boreas turned to his friend, the god of Animo, and remarked, "So, this is the world the humans dreamed of." Though the night's journey was not yet over, the wolf chose to bid farewell to his companion here. He had written the end to his story. What knowledge he had been gifted flowed into the land. Everything he was, he gave unto the world. Well, that's how a bard would tell the tale. Lord Boreas, is there anything you'd like to add?
There is no need for you to ask that question.
So that's what happened. You returned to Mondstadt with that knight 1,000 years ago, and then, for the sake of the new Mondstadt,
You need not feel remorse on my account. That was my answer, my decision. If anyone should feel regret, it is the part of me who remained in Notcry. I fear Andreas has not found peace in his heart even to this day. That is surely why those vile aberrations were able to exploit his weakness, sowing the seeds of all the turbulence that has ensued.
But we followed Boreas' trail in Nodcry. We investigated and discovered no signs of instability.
Andreas should still be slumbering by the lakeside. Perhaps all the recent turmoil in Notcry has had unforeseen
Wait, how come the invisible causeway found in Anzabratcher is the Seelie one?
I
Just
detect
why
another familiar scent from across
the
the ley
wolf
line.
is there? Ooh,
A
that
scent
makes sense.
that reeks of blood.
Would it be Roland, the Bloodstained Knight?
Oh, the White Knight who became the Bloodstained Knight? The mightiest knight of Boreas? But wasn't he from 500 years ago? You think he's immortal or something?
I remember him as just a man. His lifespan should be no longer than any other of his kind. But before he severed his connection to Boreas, his final destination, it was the ancient kingdom of Conria, as you call it. Beyond that, I know not if he lived or died.
500 years ago.
If you want to get to the bottom of this, I'm afraid you'll have to make another trip to Nodcry yourselves. As luck would have it, another old friend of ours just so happens to be free right now. If you ask him nicely, he might give you a lift. That could save you a lot of time on the road.
No wonder I can suddenly sense the east wind's presence.
If even Mondstadt has been affected by the fallout, Nodcry must be in real trouble by now. I hope Varka can handle it.
Varka? Is he in danger?
I believe too many passengers would slow our dear friend down. I fear he only has room to carry one person, along with perhaps a diminutive companion.
I understand. I'll go.
Alright. Wish it could be me, but I accept that we should send our strongest warrior to fight Nodcry's battles. I'll stay here and deal with any wild hunt that try harassing Mondstadt. It'll be a good chance to try out some new moves.
I stay in Mondstadt too. With Traveler's help, Varka will be safe.
Razor, give me your iron claw.
Ooh.
Golden-haired traveler, give this token to the current knight of Boreas.
What's this?
It is a wolf spirit. It contains my power and thoughts. Though I have given him a piece before, this should bring him new strength.
The Dominator of Wolves once bestowed the power of his soul upon his pack, strengthening their hearts and sharpening their claws and fangs.
But human hearts and flesh cannot bear the soul of a wolf directly. It would be akin to forcefully merging a human and a wolf into one being. They would descend into chaos. To prevent the entanglement of souls, the most I can do is temporarily house my power and thoughts within claws and fangs wrought of steel. Although, truth be told, that knight does not lack for power. What he needs more is the thoughts within. But I shall leave this for him to explain.
Is it safe to accept a piece of the wolf spirit at a time like this?
The great wolf king of the north remains strong for now. Besides, do I not have the protection of my Lupacol?
I will protect Lupacol. The North and Varka, I leave to you.
Just give me the word whenever you're ready.
I can read Varka's letter. I will try my best to write a reply.
A wolf's claws make poor instruments for writing human words. But that token will suffice to convey my thoughts.
I sure didn't expect my experience fighting the wild-hunted Nodcry to come in handy back here in Mondstadt. Almost makes me wonder if this was the reason I was sent back. Also, how come that bard knows so much, and what was he doing at the Thousand Winds Temple? Well, whatever. I don't really care. As long as I get to do some fighting. I'm looking forward to trading blows with Lupus Boreas when he's fully recovered. I bet he'll wipe the floor with me.
Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry.
Or the Wolf of the North.
The root of this turmoil lies with the remnant soul that Andrius, dominator of wolves and god of the North Wind, left in Nodcry. He once left Nodcry and braved the blizzards to confront the god of storms and claim the right to rule. Yet even as the tower fell, he chose to abandon his claim. Instead, he returned to the north and slumbered for 1,000 years before finally journeying back, under the name of Boreas, with the first knight of Boreas to witness the new face of Mondstadt. When the wolf spirit could no longer maintain his physical form, Boreas chose to pour his power into the ley lines. With that, he became the North Wind of Mondstadt, as he is still known to this day. Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry.
About Roland.
500 years ago, Roland seemed destined to become the mightiest knight of Boreas ever to have lived. But he was too pure of heart. He believed firmly in his own ideals of chivalry, vowing to eliminate all injustice from the world. But the world had never been perfect and pure, nor would it ever be. Neither his mentor, the wolf pup Rostam, nor the Grand Master, known as the Lion of Light, could persuade him to temper his obsession. But what was the scent that reeks of blood that Lupus Boreas sensed? And what is its connection to Conria and the Abyss? Perhaps you will uncover the truth in Nodcry. Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry.
About the token and the wolf spirit.
The soul of a wolf is as unyielding as ice, and Andrius is a master of molding and shaping it. His people once drew great strength and wisdom from the wolf spirit. But human hearts and flesh cannot contain the soul of a god. Attempting to place the wolf spirit in a human vessel would slowly devour their sense of self, even if Lupus Boreas did not intend for that to happen. That's why Lupus Boreas developed the technique of imbuing weapons with his soul. It is his way of blessing his human Lupical with the wolf spirit's protection. In fact, there is an ancient song that tells this tale. A weapon once of common iron, now through friendship turned divine. Twixt man and wolf a bond was made, a power born within the blade. As much as he might claim not to accept humans, his actions sing a different tune. Oh, but keep that little observation between us, will you? Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry.
I'm good, let's go.
All right, over to you, Dvalin.
The Knight of Boreas awaits below. We must part ways here. Barbatos and I have other plans. We will meet you again later.
All right. Hey, wait. How are we getting down?
Oh, that's funny. Literally just get teleported straight in. Well, I'm dead.
Hold the line! The enemy's on the brink of collapse!
Grandmaster! It's...
Dendro?
Ah, reinforcements! It's about time!
Honorary Knight reporting for duty, Grandmaster.
And Paimon too.
Let's cut to the chase. What's the situation?
We're just about hanging in there. Most of their grunts are taken care of now. Their leader's gonna have to make a decision soon. Fight or flight? What will it be, mightiest knight of Boreas?
As expected, this hastily summoned Wild Hunt horde is nothing but a disorganized rabble. A mere shadow of the forces gathered by the Rahir of Solnari. But they have served their purpose. I now understand your tactics, and you, in turn, understand mine. This is fair. This is the way of chivalry. Farewell, heir to the knighthood of Boreas. Whether you choose to resist me or not, I shall set right the injustices of this world. In the name of the blood-stained knight.
Guess they're retreating for now.
So that Wolf of the North lookalike, that was Andreas? But why would he be leading the Wild Hunt? And why was he talking about the Bloodstained Knight? Ugh, forget that. We can save the details for later. He was the enemy boss, right? Are we just gonna let him get away?
There's no point chasing after him. We've crossed blades already, and it ended in a stalemate. Right now, there's nothing we could do about him.
Why, as strong as he might look, surely he can't be any stronger than the foes we fought before.
True. We're still not certain of his true identity, but whether he's a god corrupted by the Abyss or a legendary knight, killing him might be just about possible, especially now that you're here. The difficult part is, we can't kill him right now.
Huh? What do you mean? Is he immortal or something?
No. Judging from our skirmishes so far, I don't think he's got any special abilities of that caliber. Nor does he have the ridiculous level of power wielded by the Five Sinners. But, compared to Rerir, our current foe clearly has a better understanding of how to exploit Nodcry to his advantage. Particularly when it comes to Andreas' remnant soul.
So what you're really worried about isn't so much the enemy himself, but the god's remains.
Exactly. Sounds like you realize what the crux of the issue is. I managed to cut off a sample from our foe, which Albedo and Durin are analyzing as we speak. Meanwhile, our other allies should be making their way home from their own battles by now. Let's discuss this further when they're back. We still have some big challenges ahead before this expedition can finally be declared a victory.
The meeting's probably gonna be in the biggest tent, right? Looks like a bunch of people are there already. Why don't we go chat with them?
Hold up.
Hey, good to see you again. Oh, Boss Sneff asked me to pass on a message. She went to see Lauma and Columbina at the Frost Moon Scions. Apparently, there haven't been any changes to that space the Rahir of Solnari's in.
That means the recent Wild Hunt attacks have nothing to do with Rerir, right? Whew, that's a relief. Paimon doesn't fancy facing him again.
They're keeping a close watch on it just in case. With so many moon experts on the case, we're in pretty safe hands, huh? Oh yeah, Lauma and Columbina asked me to pass on a message too. Focus on the enemy you are facing. The moon will protect you all. Huh, you know something? These Knights of Favonius are paying me a pretty nice sum to deliver a few simple messages. Oh, Varka's a generous guy.
Never.
Short distance propulsion module on cooldown. 15 minutes until next departure. Switching to chat mode. Hello there, Paimon, traveler.
Never? What are you doing here?
Varka placed a sizable order with the Clink Clink Krumkake craft shop. I know is hard at work producing the strategic reserve, while I am handling the deliveries. Secondly, I am also here to attend the meeting in her place.
I wonder who else is hiding around here. Oh, Flint's.
Huh? Flint's! Paimon thought the Lightkeeper's rep would be Iqua or Nikita.
It's not like you volunteered to attend a meeting.
You're quite right. However, Itlua and Nikita are both busy organizing the Ratniki's region-wide response to the recent attacks. And since I'm well acquainted with everyone else here, I was the one they recommended to attend the meeting.
Oh, so you don't even want to be here.
Sometimes you don't get a choice when there might be consequences down the line.
Anyone else?
Hey, Honorary Knight. Looks like pretty much everyone's here. Oh, Beto and Durin are just wrapping up their analysis. You want to wait for them here?
Wait for them to think.
Great. While we're waiting, could you update me on the situation in Mondstadt?
After updating on the situation in Monster, explain the relationship between the God of the Northwind and the Bloodstained Knight to the attendees.
And that's where things stand. The Wild Hunt is no longer under the Reikir of Solnari's control, but it has been reborn from the ashes and is now launching widespread attacks. Intel from the Frostmoon Scions and the Curatorium of Secrets corroborates this. No disturbances have been detected in the space where Reri resides. What we are facing here is a completely new foe.
Summarizing current situation. To confirm, the present leader of the Wild Hunt is the creature resembling a wolf. Andrius, god of the North Wind.
More precisely, it's the external will that has seized control of Andrius' spirit, namely Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. I'm completely lost. Isn't Roland some Mondstadter from like 500 years ago? How'd he suddenly get wrapped up with a god from 1,000 years in the past and the present-day Wild Hunt?
Allow us to explain that part. Are you familiar with compensation mechanisms? When an organism sustains damage, relevant tissues will undergo changes to offset the loss of function. For example, when one kidney is damaged, the other will be strengthened to compensate. Or, when a main artery is blocked, the collateral vessels become more active. Similarly, when the Wild Hunt lost their leader, the Abyss harnessed the memories that flow throughout the ley lines to fashion a new one, fit for the present circumstances. That new leader is a mirror image of Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
So that wasn't the real Roland, but rather an abyssal imitation?
Right. No matter how strong the compensation is, it will never quite match the functionality of the original organ. The Roland replica can't possibly imitate Rerir's overwhelming power, nor his ability to disguise himself as others. So, the Abyss made use of the connection between Roland and Boreas to compensate for this lack of power.
The replica corrupted and took control of Andrius as he slumbered by the bank of Amsvartnir, ultimately manifesting as the giant beast that you all witnessed. However, exactly why the Abyss chose Roland to mimic, and indeed how it was able to do so, remains unclear.
I guess he must have gotten caught up with the Abyss or Nodcry somehow during his wanderings through Tevat. But we can keep those questions on the back burner.
Okay, Paimon gets all that, but what did you mean when you said we can't kill him right now?
We can't kill him right now because a dead god may prove more dangerous than a living one. From intelligence gathered during the expedition, we have reason to believe that the power released when a god is felled can have catastrophic consequences for us mortals.
Like when the tower fell in Stormterror's lair, or when the humans turned to Salterre.
Worse still, the wrath that remains after a god's passing becomes a source of endless turmoil. Once god remains contaminate the land, they will persist for thousands of years.
Like the Tatarigami on Yashiori Island and Tatarasuna, or the karmic debt worn by the Yakshas for millennia.
This land has already been ravaged by the Wild Hunt. If we add god remains to the mix, it'd be like adding salt to an open wound, placing everyone who lives here in perilous danger.
Query. While I can indeed find records of disasters caused by god remains in my database, there also appear to be cases of gods dying naturally with no ill effects. In that land, the passing of the Pyro-Archon's flame is a common occurrence throughout history, and even the part of Andreas who remains in Mondstadt has experienced death once before, has he not?
Great question. Glad you asked. Honorary Knight, you said Lupus Boreas gave you a token to pass on to me? Please, present it now. It should help explain things faster.
Wow.
Come forth, Boreas!
This form has come to the end of its time. I'm afraid I can accompany you no further on your journey. My soul will fall into silence, and my power will flow into the ley lines of this land. Perhaps this is all that a wolf can hope to do for humankind. Do not grieve for me, for this is the end I have chosen. Instead, remember that one day, your wandering too must come to an end. Where and when shall that be? A final wish before I slumber. Sing me a song. That melody you so often hummed in the taverns.
The monster team. What was that?
You saw it too. You must have keen powers of perception. Not that it surprises me. That was Boreas' final thoughts before merging with the ley lines. It's the reason Mondstadt remains unharmed by his god remains. In his final moments, he made a choice to give everything he was to the ley lines. All to protect Mondstadt from harm.
Sounds like Andreas spent thousands of years searching for his place in the world, too.
Yes. And now our task is to return the answer he found, the decision he made, to Andreas' heart. Only then can he break free from the corruption and control of the Abyss, and make that decision once more.
Merge himself with the ley lines.
I see. I would say that planting thoughts inside the mind of a god sounds a little far-fetched, but since it was his own wish to begin with, it sounds feasible to me.
Wait, we already have a perfect solution? Then why are we even having this meeting? Let's go do this thing!
Ha ha ha. If only it were that simple. Unfortunately, this one thought alone is unlikely to be powerful enough to break through the Abyss's control and reach Andreas' heart. We need to find a way to make the thought within this sword stronger and more resilient.
For now, Boreas needs all his remaining strength to fight against the abyssal corruption to Mondstadt's ley lines. He can't afford to send us any more of his power. However, since his form was unstable during his journey with the first Knight of Boreas, many wolf spirit fragments were left behind along the way. If we can collect those fragments, we can use them to strengthen the decision to merge with the ley lines.
So we need to retrace his steps and look for random fragments? But they could be anywhere between Nodcry and Mondstadt. It'll be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
You don't need to worry about that. There's a few fragments left to gather in Nodcry, but apart from that, most of them are already inside this sword. I've been collecting them during the whole expedition.
Huh? Wait, really?
I mean, it's an expedition, not a stroll in the park. Each step of the way, we've been hard at work planning for every possible contingency. Not just the wild hunt in the abyss, but ancient gods remaining in Nodcry.
Sounds like this plan was a long time in the making. It's almost as if you foresaw the future.
As a matter of fact, I did. I caught a glimpse of fate's reflection. But I can't take credit for it. It was all thanks to the help of a few friends. Still, all I foresaw was that an abyssal calamity was brewing in the north. Had I known more, we could have saved a lot of energy. Instead, we've had to make best guesses, prepare for every possible scenario. If all that preparation went to waste, all the better for it. But anything that proved useful, we knew we'd be grateful for down the line.
And sure enough, now it's useful.
Sure is. Just one crucial step remains. We need to gather the last few wolf spirit fragments scattered around Nodcry, and use them to make the thought within this sword as strong as it can possibly be. According to what Boreas told me before we left Mondstadt, his form was at its most unstable at the beginning of his journey. That means the fragments here should be the most powerful ones. But of course, we've been tied up fighting battles since the day we set foot in Nodcry. First with the Wild Hunt, then with the Doctor. So, it wasn't until recently that we were finally able to confirm the status of the Wolf Spirit fragments. We now know there are 3 left to find.
Okay, so 3 more mini expeditions to go.
I managed to gather 1 fragment before Roland reappeared. I also have a confirmed location for the second, which I'll take care of in short order. As for the 3rd fragment, we've identified a general search area to focus on, but we'll need all hands on deck to pinpoint the exact location.
Wow, made a lot of progress already.
The final snag is that since our foe is a replica of Roland, he too will be aware of Andrias' history. He's sure to try and sabotage our plans by any means at his disposal. So everyone needs to bring their A game.
With our foe being from Mondstadt, it's our duty as Mondstadters to defeat him.
And since the Wild Hunt is involved, the Lightkeepers will provide their full support.
The Clink Clink Crumbcake Craft Shop will also help in any way we can.
So what do they need me here for? Wait, I think maybe I signed a contract at some point. Didn't exactly scrutinize it though. I mean, who actually reads those things anyway, right?
Ah, great. Knew I could count on you all. Lastly, our friend from the Curatorium of Secrets will provide intel and relay battlefield communications. Looking at you, Yehoda.
So, you'll be darting back and forth across the battlefield, dodging the Wild Hunt and the shadow of an ancient god. I'm impressed by your courage, Miss Yehoda.
Rating for Yehoda updated. Higher quality ingredients will be used to prepare your future meals.
Darn it! I should have known this payday wouldn't come that easy.
I'll deal with the second Wolf Spirit fragment, which we already know the location of. The moment you make any progress with Fragment 3, be sure to give me an update. Traveler, could you join me in retrieving Fragment 2? I have a feeling that your unique constitution might come in handy.
Sure, I was just about to ask what my job was. I'll follow your Grandmaster.
All right, time is of the essence. Let's move out, people. Dismissed!
Speaking of contingency plans, I now recall that Varka also made a contingency plan when he asked me to deliver that letter. Perhaps I should ask Aino to prepare some additional backup modules for me.
Remnant fragments of an ancient god. Thoughts stored inside a blade. Maybe I'm overthinking this, but I suspect there is more to Mr. Varka's plan than what he's revealed to us so far. Then again, the enemy can harness the Wild Hunt to spy on us wherever we go. As our commander, I'm sure he has his reasons for choosing not to tell us everything.
For Yehuda.
Yehuda, you dummy! You took the stupid job of your own free will! Crying isn't gonna get you out of it.
For Yehuda. Alright, where are you go?
Didn't you say Fragment 2 was supposed to be right here? Where the heck is it?
Seems like we've run into a slight hindrance. Can I leave this to you, Honorary Knight? Traveler, Paimon, when this is all over, I'm gonna invite you around for a drink of...
Whoa, whoa! Stop thinking about Mondstadt's wine and get your head in the game! You can't be daydreaming about alcohol before a battle?
Huh? Well, all right, just trying to lift our spirits a little. You want to see some photos I took of me and the knights before the expedition, maybe?
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Can't we please just focus on finding the wolf spirit fragment?
Oops. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what I do. Just There we go. That was irritating.
Is this what we're looking for? What do we do with it?
I once got Boreas to explain to me how he stores his soul inside objects. All I need to do is transfer it to my sword. Just like back at the camp, but this time, you'd best step back a bit, just in case.
So, you're saying you don't know how to love people, and you don't understand human love either.
Why do you laugh?
Sorry, I just think the fact you're ruminating on this is all the proof you need that you have love in your heart. I have a funny feeling that by the time this journey ends, you'll have found your own answer to the question of how to love.
No, you're wrong. There is no redemption at the end of this path. Even if I am stained black with blood, my conscience will remain as white as snow. If pledging allegiance to the Abyss is the only way to sever the injustice of fate, then I shall serve in its name.
Oh, sure enough, this place has been corrupted by Roland's will. Whew. I'm fine. I was prepared for this. It wasn't enough to pose a serious threat. We got here just in time. The fragment hasn't been fully corrupted yet. Assuming we can undo the damage, it should still be usable.
But that's why you brought me along. Want me to purify it?
Purifying the abyssal corruption would definitely be a safe approach. But that's not the only reason I wanted you to come. Could you try reversing the corruption? Not purifying it, exactly, but separating out the Roland part from the wolf spirit.
So, keep the Roland part intact as well as the wolf spirit part? Why would you want to do that?
Firstly, to test whether it's possible. And secondly, to view Roland's memories. As they say, know thyself, know thy enemy. Understanding our foe is our surest path to defeating him.
This is a little unexpected. I've never even tried this before.
Let me think. How is it explained to me? Ah, yes. Focus on a single thought within the 1,000 winds. Capture that unique wisp before it blows away.
I have no idea what that means.
Actually, neither do I.
What?
Huh. Sounds like something a certain tone-deaf bard would come up with when he can't think of anything meaningful to say. Wait, don't tell Paimon that's what actually happened.
I thought it might mean something to you. Never mind. I'll explain it in more human terms. Traveler, when you were in Natland, you went fishing for ancient names, correct?
Yes, actually, sort of. But I wasn't the one doing the fishing.
If I'm not mistaken, the Night Kingdom was like a river flowing with concepts, and you were trying to capture the concept belonging to a particular ancient name. I'm thinking the same basic principles should apply here.
Okay, but back then, we had a boat and a net. This time, we don't have anything at all.
This wolf spirit fragment is like a puddle compared to the Night Kingdom. No need for a boat. As for a net, this is what I've heard.
Thoughts and emotions are like interwoven threads.
Hey,
They can create a
Mawika.
net, or they can create a rope. They can separate love from hatred, and they can bind objects and events together. Thought is the anchor for a being's existence, through which emotions are drawn forth.
Okay, I think I'm starting to get the idea. But maybe I'm not. It's hard to say.
Also, we barely know anything about Roland. How are we supposed to use thoughts to anchor him?
Well, maybe you could try this.
What is it? It looks old and tattered.
It's an unsent letter, written by the wolf pup Rostam, Knight of Boreas, from 500 years ago. It was meant for his disciple, the White Knight, Roland.
That's a heck of a thing to have sitting in your back pocket.
After Rostam lost his life in the Abyssal Calamity, Roland left Mondstadt to wander to Vat. Grandmaster Arundelen had wanted to deliver this letter to him. But trying to track Roland down was like chasing a shadow. He never did find him. And so this letter has been sitting at the Knights of Favonius headquarters ever since.
Quite the antique, then. But how exactly is it supposed to anchor Roland?
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure.
Hey! What happened to Mr. Plans for every contingency? You're just making this up as you go along!
What can I say? Some people like to wait till they've got all their ducks in a row before taking the first step, but I prefer to dive on in and plan as I go. I've been doing it that way for the whole expedition. But anyway, don't they say that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts? Can't hurt to give it a try, surely.
Might as well see what happens.
Whoa. It actually worked?
You really are making this up as you go along!
So the assimilation of souls really can be reversed. Just like he said.
Got it.
If what you say is true, the monsters I've slain, the justice I have sought to uphold, for mortals to escape this tragic fate, there's only one path. A great and ancient kingdom was wrongfully cursed, turning its inhabitants into monsters. The code of chivalry tolerates not such injustice. If Abyss be thy name, I pledge to you my loyalty.
And that is where the blood-stained knight's tale came to an end. With that, he bade his humanity farewell. I dare say you must find it quite ironic, Knight of Boreas.
Who the hell?
That I... Dainsleif? No. Who bore a striking resemblance, but that wasn't him. While we gazed into the past, he was gazing right back at us. Could it be?
The visionary, Vilfnir.
So that's what happened. After leaving Mondstadt and wandering the land, Roland ventured underground and saw a revelation from the visionary. Once he had learned of Conria's fate, he saw the gods' judgment as the greatest injustice. So he surrendered himself to the Abyss, giving them his knowledge, his power, his everything. That's why the Abyss can replicate him.
Uh-oh. Does this mean we have to take on the Visionary this time?
No, the founder of the Abyss Order was once shown a revelation. Based on his experience at least, the Visionary is unlikely to intervene directly.
I'm inclined to agree. If our enemy could see the future, both the Wild Hunt and Roland would be acting with far more lethal precision. But even without the Visionary's input, Roland still has an intel advantage we can't afford to underestimate. Every minion of the Wild Hunt serves as Roland's eyes and ears. We need to think one step ahead if we want to outmaneuver him. And on that note, I have a plan I want to discuss with you.
Now, why did you bring it up during the meeting?
Well, The fewer people who know, the less likely it is to get leaked. Besides, it wasn't a fully formed plan back then.
Varka explains his plan.
That about covers it. Sorry to ask so much of you again.
Wait, it's too dangerous.
No plan is free of risks. At least this one actually gives us a shot at fully eliminating the danger posed by this ancient god. Surely that's gotta make the risk worth taking.
But there's no guarantee it'll work.
If I fail, Anselm and Albedo can take the reins. Not to mention we still have Jean and Mondstadt.
Oh, there has to be another way! Like a backup plan?
If only there were. But I don't think our enemy will give us enough time to find one.
Hey! Are you guys done here yet?
Ah, Yehoda! Yes, we've successfully retrieved the Wolf Spirit fragment here. Any progress with Fragment 3?
Nope. It's a total disaster. More Wild Hunt monsters than I've seen in my whole life. We need backup urgently. Come quick.
Come on, we're out of time. You'll just have to trust me on this one.
You're making too many decisions on your own, and you're putting me in a difficult position here.
What can I say? I'm not the Grand Master for nothing. I'm counting on you, Honorary Knight.
Forces of the Warhound come surging forth, and the final expedition's at hand. So the story is more contiguous or spelled. Okay. Well, I'm going to stop here then because it's getting pretty late. And we haven't found another shot yet this point. I have. Okay. Well, with that, I'm gonna end my stream here for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll hop back in tomorrow and finish off Varka's story quest. I'll see you all next time. Bye.